Hello everyone. This is the video for class 8 history, the revolt of 1857. Before starting this chapter, I want to say that all the chapters which are been given in your syllabus are not going to come in your second unit term examination. There are certain chapters which will be given to you, and I will give that syllabus to you. For now, we are going to start with this chapter, the revolt of 1857. Now, before starting this chapter, we have to get a mark that this revolt of 1857 is the landmark which helped us, or we can say helped India to become independent. Okay, because without revolt, we cannot get anything. Similarly, without this revolt, India would not have stepped into the first step of independence. Now, this revolt started in the 19th century, where India was been dominated by the British Empire. Okay, this revolt gave start to nationalism. What do you mean by nationalism? Nationalism means the sense of nation, the sense of unity, being in one nation has been instinct in the heart of every Indian, especially the Hindus and the Muslims, when they understood that these Britishers are going to harm their own religion and traditions. Okay, this revolt not only put an impact on the political background, it also put an impact on the educational and on the traditions and religious backgrounds, which also tried to manipulate or change the mindset of the Indian peoples. Now, the rise of nationalism can be said as one of the important cause for having this revolt of 1857. That is, the rise of Indian nationalism. The Britishers' rule had badly shaken the political, social, and economical life of the Indians. To increase their profit, they expanded their empire. They ruined the Indian trade and industry badly. All these traditions inspired the Indians to make a revolt against the British. This earlier revolt provided the ground for the rise of the Indians nationalism in the 19th century. That means what? This nationalism came just because the Britishers are totally ruining the industrialization, the powers and the benefits which the Indians are getting by themselves, which the Indians are earning by their own power. These all are being ruined by the British companies, and for this the Indian nationalism come into force. Many political and social and religious, economical and military causes were responsible for the unrest. Sorry. Finally, all these causes led to the rising of the revolt of 1857. Now, I will not read these parts. I will just say in a gist. Okay. Now, first is the political cause. अब political cause में क्या होता है हम लोग का, the causes which are based on politics. That means what? The Britishers made a law by, especially by Lord Dalhousie, that the kings and the queens cannot adopt any son and make them as a legal heir of their property. दैट मीन्स वॉट, कोई भी अडॉप्शन नहीं कर सकता, और अडॉप्टेड चाइल्ड को कभी भी हम लोग सॉरी जो राजा महाराजा हैं वो लोग अपना प्रॉपर्टी नहीं दे सकते. दे कैन नॉट बी द लीगल हायर ऑफ दैट प्रॉपर्टी. फॉर दिस हु आर गॉट benefited? Obviously the Britishers. The one who got affected by this are the Jhansi. The places are like Jhansi, and we have Satara, Nagpur, and we have and many states which came under this law. And this law is known as the Doctrines of Lapse, which is introduced by Lord Dalhousie. Lakshmi Bai is affected by this. Nana Sahib was also get affected by this law. Dalhousie proposed to remove the Mughal ruler Bahadur Shah II from his palace in Delhi, created discontent among the Muslims. But These all were okay when Bahadur Shah too, which was who has been taken as the emperor of India, in stating in Delhi that he would be removed from that place and would be settled down to another place, or will be imprisoned. This was not accepted by the people, especially the Muslims. They revolted against these. Indian were not even given the what do we say, a right position in the legislative councils. Even they has not been given the right position in the services, civil services. These all made these Indian people very much discontented with the Britishers, and they tried to revolt against them. This is the political cause. Now we have the social and religious causes. The activity of the missionaries and the Western education also create a suspicion among the Indians. When the Britishers abolished the practice of sati, child marriage, and polygamy, and Widow Remarriage Act was passed, then the orthodox peoples thought that the British wanted to ruin their social and religious activities. That means what? When the people, Indian people, especially the orthodox peoples or the Brahmin peoples, got the law that they cannot do child remarriage, they have to stop the sati daha pratha and polygamy, and they have to perform the widow remarriage acts. These all discontented them. They thought that the Britishers are trying to attack on the religious ground. This was not accepted by most of the Indian peoples, because there are some peoples who are in favor of this widow remarriage act, and sati daha pratha should be abolished, such as Raja Ram Mohan Roy and many others were there. They were not in the favor of practicing these evil deeds, and they were also in the favor of widow remarriage. Okay, now coming to this economical causes. Economical causes is that it is very simple, that Britishers, they didn't want our handicrafts, our what do we say, religious or articles to be sold within the India with low prices. What they used to do, they used to take up the raw materials from us, or the handicrafts with from our artmans, and they used to sell in their country, and even they used to sell in our country with higher prices, so that they can take the benefit. Even they also put the taxes on our goods, which became very much inaccessible for the Indian peoples to take it. Okay, this also called a discontentment within the heart of the people against the Britishers. Now, military causes is one of the most important part for causing this revolt of 1857. Is that at the time people were not given, Indian peoples, because they used to think that we are the black peoples. These black peoples, that means the Indians, were not given a higher post in any type of administrative jobs, in any type of administrative jobs. Even low salaries were given to the peoples who are having the same work as the British sepoys were having, but they are getting low salaries, whereas the British peoples are getting higher salaries. This also made the Indians revolt against this British company. So all these activities, all these reasons pushed the Indians to form a revolt against against the Britishers, that is known as the revolt of 1857. Immediate causes and the revolt of 1857. What are the immediate causes that belonged? In 29th March, I think so. Yes, it's 29 March 1857. What happened? This reason started in 1856, where Indian soldiers were given the cartridges which are greased. Peoples on the 29th March 1957, especially one sepoy named Mangal Pandey, stationed at Barakpur. So this sepoy Mangal Pandey got the knowledge that these cartridges are being greased by the fat of the cow and the pig. somewhere or the other, this is against the religion. This hurted him a lot, and he refused to use these cartridges. After that, what happened? After that, he's been imprisoned. He has been taken to imprisonment. This was been covered. मतलब ये बात कहीं बाहर नहीं निकला. But after a certain period of time, when the Hindus and the Muslims got this knowledge, they seriously revolted against this. And after that, after his revolt, even two British officers were also been killed before imprisonment. Mangal Pandey killed two of the British officers, and one got finally hanged in April 8, 1857. Within this revolt against this greased cartridges got broken in Meerut, where 85 people, especially the sepoys, all the armies, revolted not to use these cartridges. This is one of the important cause for the revolt of 1857. Main centers for the revolt was both the Hindus and Muslim sepoys were against this British government. Okay, they also killed many British officers. They marched from Delhi and they joined the army stationaries. This mutiny declared the Bahadur Shah. They came under the Bahadur Shah, who was now as the emperor of India. Lucknow, Delhi, Jhansi, Kanpur, Gwalior, Bareilly, Bihar, and Banaras were under this revolt. But Bhagat Khan was the Delhi commander, and Nana Sahib in Kanpur, Lakshmi Bai in Jhansi, Ahmadullah in Lucknow, they all supported this revolt. Okay, suppression of this revolt, just because most of the peoples were highly educated at that time. They thought that Britishers are going to change their lives, or even the Britishers were made the rich peoples or the kings so much suppressed that they thought that if they will be in the good book of the people, in the good book of the Britishers, then their empire will be saved from their curse. The Britishers will not going to occupy them. That's why this revolt does not get a good support from everyone within the India. Only the the southern and the western side of India were supporting this revolt. Okay. Soon it spread in Delhi, but later nothing would happen. Bahadur Shah was been imprisoned, and he has been captured and deported to Rangoon as an prisoner. He died in 1862. Tatya Tope was also been captured and hanged. Nana Sahib was also has also been eloped to Nepal. Means there are many lackings of support. Even the what do you say, the soldiers of Indian soldiers were been tied in the cannons and they've been blasted. That means what a pain these Indians were facing during this British period. It was very disastrous. At least we can imagine that. We haven't seen that, but we can imagine how painful it is. Then after that, what happened? This revolt has a result. What result? As because we know that at that time India was being has been ruled by, within that time India has been ruled by many types of strong kings who are very much stick to their words, and which also put a great impact on the people's mind that whatever is there, it's theirs, no one going to capture them. That's why the revolt was very much outcoming, means it was very strong revolt. Even if people has not supported from the southern and the eastern side, but still whatever the revolt was, it's very large, which made the Britishers or the British company fearful that they may lose the ruin in India. That's why what they supported few of the laws. That means what? Lord Canning became the first viceroy of India. That because they wanted a good control over India. First is that Indian armies will got recognized. That means what? There has been given posts and with higher salaries. Indian princes were not been annexed on the doctrines of lapse. They have been given the support for child adoption. Freedom of the religion was also been freedom of religion were also been imported to the peoples of India, especially the kings. And what happened? It also assured that higher posts will be given to the Indians. Causes of the failure of revolt, as it was said, the southern and the western side remained largely with this revolt. Southern and the western side put a very much effort to take up this revolt, but the others didn't. Even the upper class peoples were not been encouraging, has not encouraged this revolt, because they thought that British were going to be a what do we say? Wait, God saver. Sorry, Britishers are going to be a God saver for them, but actually they are just doing, what do we say? That is brainwash theory. We have heard about that. Actually, it's not. Actually, this was not a brainwashing theory. Mostly they were doing so, but it's a wealth drain out theory. Okay. Now, even the Sikhs and the Rajputs were also thinking that at that time, that if they were be going in the good book of the Britishers, they are not going have to revolt with the Britishers, because they are having too much of strong powers. Okay. The revolt was reorganized and the leaders were being suppressed. Especially they didn't have all, ऐसे में भी बाहर बाहर जगह से जहाँ भी रिवोल्ट हो रहा है, सबका तो एक आइडियोलॉजी नहीं था ना, एक आइडिया नहीं था, सब लोग रिवोल्ट किया जा रहा है, लेकिन सबका एक मोटिव होना चाहिए, सबका एक सिमिलर टाइप ऑफ आइडियोलॉजी होना था, वो लैकिंग कर रहा था यहाँ पर. Even the sepoys are not being paid paid good, and they were not having such weapons. What a landmark! This revolt became a landmark because after this, India started up to have independence. India got an outraging struggle for independence that now we have to do. Now, this is the time we have to get out from this cage of British empowerment. Okay. Now, I have almost made you understand the chapter. Now, it's your duty to write the question answers and to get a summarized theory of this chapter. Thank you.